So the major changes for the MSIT program. First, we want to regroup all the electives based on the focus areas. Remember, we have 4 focus areas. One is data analytics, security, HIT, and enterprise IT management. So we're changing almost all those course numbers, so they are in this particular group. So it's better for you when you work out your study plan, when you select courses. So you immediately know if a course is 7100, then that is a data analytic course. We are introducing 6 new courses. The first 2, obviously, is in data analytics. I'm sorry. Let me move back. The first one is about AI. Second one is about cloud analytics. And also we are adding 3 new security courses. This one is cloud and wireless security, and also physical security, and the other one is about data privacy. And also we are adding a course in cloud, enterprise cloud management. And we are making changes to 5 existing courses. We're going to discontinue 3 courses. So 6833, so this course actually is being replaced by 17303. All right, so that is immediately at fall 2021. And 2 more courses. This one is data security. This one is infrastructure defense. So part of the infrastructure defense content will be absorbed by the ethical hacking class. So those 2 courses will be discontinued in next year, next fall 2021. 2022. And before that, we are still going to offer those 2 courses. And we have a new permanent schedule. It's already updated at MSIT website. I will show you guys a little bit later. This is the general change for the MSIT program. But in general, we are just changing the electives. All the required courses stay the same. Even there are some revisions. For example, the 6823, we are making some changes to that. But as we are just changing the electives, so the impact to you guys is minimal. I will talk about what you can do with the new curriculum a little bit later. But next, let's move into each individual graduate certificate. First is the graduate certificate in data analytics and intelligence technology. So, Dr. Xie, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you talk about this?
Yes, definitely. Can we directly move to the next page? So I think the structure is very clear on the next page.
Sure.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Dr. Yin Xie. I will briefly talk about the certificate on data analytics and the intelligent technology. Basically, we restructured the certificate on data analytics to be the new structures, which you can see from the right side of this slide. On the left, this is a previous structure, and on the right, this is a newer structure, the newest structure that we proposed and approved by the university. So basically, the new title of this certificate is Data Analytics and Intelligent Technology. So in this certificate, we're trying to emphasize 2 things. One is data analytics, another is intelligent IT. So basically, data and the intelligence are just 2 perspectives of the same technology trend. So we typically derive intelligence from data, right? So once we have more intelligent insight derived from data, then we can make better decisions. So we can have our operations more intelligent. We can have the profit maximized. So in this certificate, so basically we'll focus again these 2 things. One is data analytics, and the other is intelligent, especially intelligent applications in IT. So for this certificate, we first have two required courses. The first one is business intelligence, BI. Okay. So Dr. Jack Zheng is an expert in BI. So he has taught and practiced BI in many years. Definitely, you will learn a lot from Dr. Zheng. So basically, BI is the process of collecting, storing, and analyzing data from business operations. Just like you can think about the transactional data collected by Walmart or Amazon, right? So you have a lot of those operational data, but you can actually collect those data to do business intelligence type of analysis and to gain insights on your business such that you can make better business decisions. So this BI basically majorly dealing with business operational data, and they provide again they cover collecting, storing, analyzing the data collecting from business operations, then provides multi-type of business metrics in nearly real-time manner and to support better decision making. Basically, some applications like of BI is like you can create performance benchmarks, or you can spot a marketing trend, you can increase compliance, or you can basically improve almost every aspect of your business with the intelligence that you derived from the operational data. So that is about BI. And the second required course in this certificate program is called Practical Data Analytics. So this course basically covers data analytics in a broader spectrum. So here, the data that we can analyze, ranges from structural data or unstructured data, such as like text, image, video, streaming data, like the data collected by those sensors, transferred by those sensors of IoT, Internet of Things, whatever data you talk about. Can be biology data, can be marketing data, can be medical records, whatever data you can think about, right? So then we can analyze basically. So this practical data analytics course provides you a framework, or you can just think about it as a template for you to do complex data analysis by using machine learning. So basically in this course, we will cover a framework for data analytics, starting from collecting the data, then preparing the data for analysis, then build the machine learning models for data analysis, then evaluate your models, then use your models to new data, deploy your model for your business applications. The whole life cycle of practical data analytics. So basically, once you have this framework, then you have new data, new problem. You just need to customize this framework to your new data, or you just switch the machine learning models. Then you can do new analysis in a very easy way. So once you have knowledge on these two courses, basically you enter into the gate for data analytics. Then we provide some elective courses for you to select from. So basically, from the right side of this slides, you can see that you can select two courses from the following options. So the first one is data visualization. Again, Dr. Jack Zheng is an expert in this area, and I think he taught and did research on this area for a long time, right? So I think Dr. Zheng taught, using a Tableau for visualizing the data. So you can see that data, especially big data or unstructured data, is quite challenging, right? So it's very hard to get insights from the data. But if you can visualize the data in a meaningful way, immediately you see what's embedded in the data, right? You see some patterns, right? So you can gain insights from the data by doing the visualization. Then we have a new course created, which is called Enterprise AI Applications. So basically, again, this course will emphasize the intelligence perspective of IT. So for this course, basically, we will utilize GitHub. GitHub is a rich source for a lot of intelligent solutions, right? So basically, that in artificial intelligence basically changed in a rapid process, right? In rapid speed. So there are a lot of new intelligent technologies coming out, but all those technologies, most of them, I would say, actually have implementations in GitHub, right? So GitHub really provides us a rich source for our IT students to take advantage of those new technologies to build our own solutions, build our own systems, to solve our own problems, right? I think this is a big advantage for our IT students. So nowadays we don't need to write our own programs to solve some particular problems or to build some particular intelligent solutions, right? Those better programs, better solutions are already there in GitHub, right? So we can directly harvest those resources to build the applications to solve our own problems. So in this course, we exactly will do a lot of projects by using the free resources provided by GitHub. We will learn how to harvest those packages to build different type of intelligent information technology applications. So that's for enterprise AI applications. Again, I just want to emphasize, actually, nowadays, I believe that IT students has a lot of advantages, right? So nowadays, it's not the time that programmers write their programs, to solve problems from scratch, right? So nowadays, the competitive advantages coming from, if you can assemble the existing resources together to solve the problem. I think that's our IT basically. The students should learn this type of essential skills. All those solutions are packages are already there. I mean, so they were written in, excellent programmers, excellent software engineers. You don't have to redo those jobs, right? So you just need to harvest those things to form your IT solution. Then we have another course which is called Cloud Analytics Technology. I think Dr. Han built this course. Dr. Han, are you there? So you can talk about this course.
I think Lin was he is working on this course development, but I can share some basics.
Sure, definitely. Go ahead, please.
Okay, so so for the cloud analytics, right? So along with the development of many cloud based applications, actually majority of service we are using currently with the cloud support. So we IT at KSU, we at MSIT at KSU try to establish a better foundation for our students on the practical skills for utilize the cloud, particularly within the track for data analytics. We hope the student could get the opportunity to practice those kind of cloud service provided. Tools along you guys could easily adapt to your future career. And for the cloud analytics, we'll mainly focus on the AWS and Microsoft Azure. Right now, we also incorporate the Google Cloud info as well. So we will cover the major three cloud service provider to give you an opportunity to learn the analytics skill with those kind of platform. That's pretty much is the basic. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Han. Yeah, Dr. Han is our go-to person, if you want to learn cloud technologies. I think cloud is very ubiquitous nowadays, right? So I recently worked on a research project with Home Depot. Basically, all their data is on Google Cloud. So we have to go to Google Cloud to fetch their data, and also if we want to use GPU servers to analyze the data, analyze their big data, we also go to Google Cloud to provision some GPU servers. So definitely it's very beneficial if you know cloud technology as an IT major. Then we also provide two stats course, statistical courses for you to choose from if you want to learn some data analytics from statistical perspective. And then we have DS7900. So this course basically is a hands-on course. If you enrolled in this course, you will be part of interdisciplinary team. So in other words, you will be grouped with maybe students from business college or from psychology or from even arts, humanity into a team to solve challenging data problems provided by a company such as the Southern Company or Georgia Pacific, those type of things. So I think it's very hands-on, this course. So you just experience how to solve problems, real life problems, provided by company. So overall, that's a certificate program for data analytics and intelligent technology. I think this is very fun areas. We, like Dr. Jack Zheng, Dr. Meng Han, and Dr. Lin Lei, and me. So basically, we are doing research in this area. So we also work with company to solve their real life problems. We are so ready to serve you, to help you to learn technologies, new technologies in these areas. If you have any questions, just reach any one of us. So we're more than happy to answer your questions to help you to get into this field.
Thank you so much, Dr. Xie. And by the way, all those professors' profile is also in the MSIT website. If you just go to the site, current student, and you can find the faculty profile there. All right, so next, let's move to the graduate certificate in IT security. So, Dr. Saria?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thanks. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining. So we are very excited also about some of the renovation we have done in the IT security curriculum. Actually, this slide basically shows a synopsis. I'm going to go over first what has been changed. So one of the things we have done actually is that we have a number of courses we have added, but also at the same time, because we have limited capacity in our faculty, we basically dropped 2 of the courses. So the things that still remains the same is the IT 6823, Information Security Concept and Administration. This is still the same required. I'm talking in terms of the certificate requirement. It is still there, and the prereq is the Foundation IT 5423. Some of you may have completed that, Computer Networks and System Administration. So that remains as is. So there is no change. Now, the exciting part is that the new courses, let's talk about that. So I think the next slide might show, yeah, so this is the one I'm looking for. So you can see on the right-hand side, these are the new courses. In particularly, there are a number of elective courses we have, and you need to choose just 3 courses to obtain your certificate beside the 1 required course. And the courses are IT 7303, Data Privacy Technologies. This is a new course, and I believe Dr. Manghan is here today, so he can briefly go over about the materials that might be covering that. So Dr. Mang, would you like to tell a few words about IT 7303 course?
Oh, yes. So, as data security and the privacy has attract many attention recent years, particularly with the Europe GDPR and the US, the California released their policy regulations, and many of other states, even include the federal, also are drafting different version of the privacy preserving policy. So privacy has already become one of the most important topics in the security track. And the way initially this course is just to try to introduce the basic privacy technologies, include the basic, the institutional level of privacy preserving and the technical privacy preserving, such as differential privacy, federated learning, and a bunch of other technologies. And with all those kind of technologies, we hope our graduates from our MSIT security track could leverage their knowledge from the program to best adopt them into the different position, particularly many of the position in current institution are requiring the candidate who has experience on the cybersecurity. Privacy actually has become one of the largest part of the cybersecurity, topic. So we hope this course could provide students the best experience and the foundation to help them to fit in those kind of positions. That is the basic. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Han. And also, just to let you know, this also will go through some of the concepts of blockchain, I believe, Dr. Han, right? So in the next course is IT 7313. This is a course, Physical IT System Security. This is being currently developed by Dr. Maria Valero. I believe she might have a class, so she could not join, but I can go through a few information about it. So this course is focusing on cyber physical system, which we actually encounter. For example, many of the IT systems are around power grids. You can imagine, let's say, a nuclear power plant or large industrial systems that uses networks or other resources, hardware and software. And there are also security concerns there. And we have seen many reports that basically cripple down power grids or even large infrastructure, and that affect the economy negatively. And also many cyber attacks are around this area. So this is a pretty much dynamic field, and we like to actually offer some of the fundamental, also advanced knowledge through this course. Some of the topics we plan to cover, for example, include SCADA security and defense mechanism, physical IT systems, and how can we even have a little bit hands-on with some sort of emulators, how we can securely integrate the clouds with the physical system. Because most of the time the physical system, they basically sends the data to the cloud. So there is the security layer there for consideration for us. Then container security. You might have heard about Kubernetes. So this is one of the technology we like to introduce in this course. More information could be obviously found from Dr. Valero. Feel free to reach out to her. Okay, so next course we have is IT 7323, Computer Forensics. This course we used to have before, IT 6853, so there is a number change. But also at the same time, what is the new thing here is some of the learning outcomes we have updated. One of the example could be at the end of this course, if you take this course, you would be required to prepare a professionally formatted forensics report, doing some investigation research, your findings based on the knowledge and skill sets you have learned through different modules, learning materials. And the second change is we have adopted the NetLab platform to deliver this course. I don't know if you heard about NetLab, but this is one of the nationally recognized cybersecurity or cyber range kind of resources widely adopted across different universities these days. And in terms of the topics and the contents, is the usual forensics stuffs, but also some advanced stuff. For example, how to do data acquisition, how to do registry forensics, web forensics, steganography, email forensics, and because now we do a lot of mobile device-based activities, mobile forensics will be covered, log analysis, and also cloud forensics. So we are basically covering almost everything at the state of the art that we are using in this forensics domain. Let me know if you have any questions in the meantime, or you can leave your questions in the chat box. We can follow up. The next course is IT 7333, Enterprise Cloud and Wireless Security. This course is currently being developed by Dr. Liang Zhao. I don't know, Liang, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So you mind to tell a few things about this course?
Sure. Thanks. Good evening, everyone. So this course, as you know, see the name, so it consists of two parts. One is related to cloud, another one is related to the wireless. So for the cloud part, as we know, the rationale is that more business than ever today are moving their sensitive data and shifting their workloads to the cloud. However, the organizations themselves are responsible for securing their data and mission critical applications in the cloud. Okay. And another part for the wireless networks, we know that this wireless networks and devices naturally lack a robust security tools such as firewalls, intrusion prevention systems, which are commonly used in the wild networks. So we know that they are vulnerable to a variety of attacks designed to gain access to an enterprise network. So in general, this course will study the basic concepts and the methodologies in securing enterprise cloud and wireless networks. So some topics include basic wireless network protocols, and we will talk about wireless LAN security tools, and the cloud computing infrastructure and confidentiality and the integrity of cloud, and also some current trends in cloud and wireless security. And specifically, we will cover some topics, for example, in wireless LAN threats and vulnerabilities. We will talk about the vulnerabilities of WEP, WPA, WPA2, these protocols. And for wireless LAN security tools, we will talk about how to use Airshark and other tools like Metasploit, how to use them. And we will also cover mobile network security threats and vulnerabilities. So to be specific, we will cover Android security challenges. Okay. And also for cloud, we will talk about the data privacy in cloud and the mechanisms these service providers use to protect these cloud data services. And also we will talk a little bit about the threats and vulnerabilities in moving your business to cloud. And also the mitigations, possible mitigations to regarding these cloud vulnerabilities. And last but not least is we will also talk about some best practice for cloud security. So I think that's pretty much the content for this course. Okay.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zhao. And also, I just want to tell one more thing is that sometimes I hear a common question that am I able to get a certificate if I do this? So I mean by the professional certificate. For example, Cisco or CompTIA. So just to let you know, some of our courses are basically pretty much focused that once you do those courses, you have the foundation to pursue a certificate if you like to. For example, forensics course, yeah, once you do that, you should be able to certify yourself as a Windows forensics analyst or so on. But you need to look out for those, the qualification, any experience requirement, there might be a fees and so on. So in that line, I'm going to come to the next course, IT 7343, Ethical Hacking, Network Security, and Pen Testing. This is one of the course that focuses on hands-on, but it is built on top of network security. So it's basically an advanced course, and it also has research component as well. So this course covers quite a number of topics. So it starts with the TCP/IP foundation knowledge. Then you learn advanced computer network attacks, how to do footprinting, how to do social engineering and discover information, how to do port scanning, and even predict the type of operating system running on a remote host. How to enumerate. We use a number of tools. For example, we use Metasploit and so on, and NESAS and that kind of tools that are available open source. That sometimes comes as part of the Kali Linux. So this is more like a infrastructure we use in this course. And also then hacking the web servers, embedded system security, how to protect your network, even how to configure a firewall, and examining the packets and so on. So it comes with a lot of hands-on lab as well. So the changes here is the course number that you have seen here. So it used to be IT 6843. I think this coming summer we will be using at IT 6843, but starting next fall you will see the number change 7343. Okay, so almost there. And the last one you see, this is another course. If you like to take another course from outside the IT offerings, there is this disaster recovery and business continuity, which is more like a complementary course offered by the IS department. Okay, I think that concludes my this part. Wei, back to you. You need to unmute the microphone.
Yeah, I forgot to turn on my microphone. Thank you, Dr. Sharia. So let's move on to graduate certificate in HIT. So Dr. Chi Zhang, could you talk about the changes here?
Yes, thank you, Lei. Hi, everyone. My name is Chi Zhang. I am Associate Professor of IT and focus in health IT, together with Dr. Hossein and a couple of other faculty members. I'm going to introduce these certificate programs from three perspectives. One, the structure part. What's the current structure of this? If you could go back to the previous slide. Thank you. The structure of the topics covered. And the third point is if there's any overlapping areas with other IT courses or other IT concentrations. So if you look at this slide, the left-hand side shows 2 required courses and 4 selective courses or elective courses to choose from. But we want to, under the leadership of Dr. Lee and Dr. Rutherford, we simplified this structure to only 4 required courses. That's on the right-hand side. So we will have the foundations of HIT, electronic health record systems and applications, and clinical processes, workflows. And the last is information security in healthcare. Just from these 4 courses, you can see the areas included in this health IT area. So basically we have technology, that's just common technology side. And second, we have the management part. Actually, we have some kind of business aspect for this management part. And the third, we have this common area across the IT courses. So we have this information security and privacy. Privacy is emphasized in this track or in this certificate because health information is very critical. So information security is a big part in HIT. And the last is this data analytics. This is one of the overlapping area across different concentrations. For example, as Dr. Xie just introduced, for their data analytics concentration, they have a required course, IT 7103, that's practical data analytics. So they will use the data from different domains to fit in for that particular course. And healthcare data, there's a vast amount of healthcare data. Actually, if you go to CDC or in our National Health Organization's website, you can download lots of data. Over the years, they have systematic data sets. And then based on the course and the instructor, they could help you to analyze some data based on some theme or the years. So there's a lot to explore for this concentration. So now we have talked about the structure change and the content covered. I would like to add a little bit more about this concentration, and actually Dr. Hossein could help me out. For the electronic health record system, the second course, IT 7513, Dr. Hossein designed a really good hands-on practice and exercises for that particular course. I'll let Hossein to introduce just in a little bit. And then for this clinical processes and workflows, we also have hands-ons. And actually, we will include some more new, I would say, up-to-date topics to fit in the courses. For example, we will have this provider operation, clinic logistics system. All those are involved into the business side. So we will analyze that and also have some kind of suggestions for the current operation system. And artificial intelligence, that's one of the hot topic too. It's being used in healthcare too. So we will include that topic. Last but not least, there's a FHIR API. That's the technology side. That's the interoperability of electronic health record. So we will introduce those. Hossein, if you don't mind, would you introduce a little bit about the hands-on for the EHR course?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so we have redesigned this EHR course, I think, last year or so. So what we have now is allowing the students to have some first-hand experience on a number of open source EHR system, I think, which is basically a required part of this course. One of them is Vista, which is currently which has been used by, I think, veteran department, and then OpenEMR, which is another product, and OpenMRS, which is another product. I think OpenEMR is more like a PHP-based application, but it is well maintained, and it is very interesting that this is a very large scale EHR system that is developed by doctors. Quite fascinating, is not that? Then OpenMRS is a Java-based product, and all of them we are actually we allow the students to do a number of hands-on, exploring the different features of the EHRs and also critically looking at the missing pieces, because the assumption, or it's not an assumption, we have a number of well-known research report came from, for example, Johns Hopkins. They basically pointed that lack of information and information that remains missing when a patient moves from one point of care to another point of care, that causes a number of deaths, and it's really significant in the US especially. And you can also see in your daily life, for example, if you check with the doctors in Wireless Star, the next day you may need to go to, for example, Kaiser, they don't see actually what you have done before. Right. So, and that's another thing called interoperability problem in the health care world. They basically work in a silo. So these are all big giant hospital systems, but they don't share each other's data. There are so much regulations as well. But the good thing is that there is now this consensus of sharing the data through health exchange. Interoperability is one part of that. There are protocols of data sharing, and HL7 is another of that. It's the same as the TCP/IP protocol we use in the network world. So we have that resources, and we also have the assignments for the students where they're going to basically look at an application that transfers data to a server and also retrieves that. So you get to see some exposure from there. And then because everything is now on the GitHub, we basically also introduce the Git repository, how the information can be stored, some basic information, and then we move through the EHR design criteria and usability aspects. This basically looks at different safety features of the EHR system. It is very interesting because everybody has very limited time in the healthcare world, particularly doctors and nurses are so busy that if a prescription is written in a way, let's say 50 milligram versus 50 milliliter, it makes a big difference for the patient's life, right? So those are some of the safety features. So here we critically examine those 3 open source EHR systems that we have introduced in the first part of the course, analyzing them, a number of usability features coming from Carnegie Mellon University, then you're going to assess limitations, you're going to basically evaluate them. Then we also have mobile health app development projects through App Inventor. Now, App Inventor is coming from MIT. So MIT has this platform developed a few years ago. It is very popular. And somebody can actually build a mobile app pretty quickly in a few hours. It doesn't require, let's say, gigabytes of installation like a traditional Android application development things. So these projects will be basically developing a mobile health app, but you're going to do some research about what kind of app would be very important and critical and have a design based on that. And lastly, it also covers the EHR system security and privacy, blockchain, because nowadays there are also conversation about having a blockchain-based EHR system. So just to add an extra layer of data security. So pretty much it comes with hands-on research and advanced topics and critical analysis aspects. Okay, Dr. Jiang, back to you.
Thank you so much, Hossein. I just want to add that since Dr. Hossein mentions research, our graduate students and graduate assistants have been working with us in research in HIT, and we have collectively published a good number of papers in the past couple of years. So please consider this concentration, but also other concentrations are good too. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Zhang. A lot of exciting things happening in our courses. Okay, let's move on. So next one, this is the last certificate, Enterprise IT Management. I think we are Dr. Shirley Tian. Could you talk about this certificate?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. This is Shirley Tian. I'm assistant professor of IT. I'd like to introduce the Enterprise IT Management Certificate. This certificate is designed for IT professionals who have a bachelor's degree in the computing field in order to advance their knowledge in the field of enterprise IT management. If you want to pursue the certificate of enterprise IT management, the prior knowledge in system development and database system is required. We have added a new course about fundamentals of enterprise cloud. The course number is IT 7733, and we also combined we changed 3 required courses to 2 required courses. So if you look at this chart, we have 2 required courses now. You can choose IT 6413 or IT 6423 and IT 7713, Management of Information Technology. And then we also add 2 more elective courses for the students who want to pursue their certificates in database or cloud. One of the course is the fundamental of enterprise cloud, and another one is we add IT 7743 database administration for those IT professional who want to pursue their advanced knowledge in database administration. I want to say more about the new course about fundamental of enterprise cloud. This course will cover the fundamental ideas behind enterprise cloud because we found this is a high demand for the job market. So it's better to have this course and add it to our certificate. This course will cover the cloud management and enterprise cloud deployment. and also cloud storage technologies and the relevant distributed file system, NoSQL databases, and object storage. And also, this course will cover the hands-on labs to practice on the cloud forms. For example, the Amazon AWS, which is the high demand in the market. So if you would like to have the Amazon AWS certification, so you can take this course as a fundamental course, and then you can use the knowledge to pursue your certificate. I think we do not have many change about this certification. So, Lei, do you have anything to add it?
No, I think you pretty much covered all of those.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right. I know we this session is scheduled to be end at 7 p.m., but no worries. I'm going next. I'm going to talk about what you need to do. Then I will stay as long as you have questions. I promise I will answer every of your questions. Okay. Now, giving a new catalog, you basically have two options. Whether you can either stay in the current one or move to the new catalog. Obviously, for the certificate, if you haven't started your certificate, I would recommend you go with the new requirement. But if you already started, either the MSIT or the certificate, if you want to stay in the current catalog, that's fine. The requirement will stay the same. And because we are only mainly changing the electives, so you just need to choose different kind of electives. And also, at the same time, you can also take advantage of the new courses we are offering. So, but we just need to do a course substitution because the new courses is not in the old or existing catalog. And if you are in security focus area, to be aware of those two courses that is discontinued next year. We're going to offer them at least once in fall or next spring. But in fall 2022, those two courses will be discontinued. So if you really want to take those two courses, do it this fall or next spring. How about switching to the new catalog? I already set up a survey, so you just put in your information, then you can switch to the new catalog. Obviously, you can go with the new requirement, and the old electives you took will be automatically carried over. So you don't need to worry about that. And in terms of a certificate, if you are getting the certificate as standalone, if you want to switch, you need to fill out the survey. But if you're taking the certificate as embedded in your MSIT program and you haven't declared the certificate, you don't need to do anything. So you can just take the courses with the new requirement. And once you are ready, you can declare the certificate using the link in the MSIT website. Actually, right now, let me just switch to MSIT website so you can know what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, the new curriculum sheet is available here. So in PDF file, you can download and take a look. And also, this is crosswalk. So basically tell you exactly what to do. And this is the survey for you to fill out if you want to switch to the new catalog. And this is what you need to do if you are in a standalone graduate certificate. All right, so that would conclude our presentation today. Now let me just stop. Let's open for questions. You can please raise your hand or type into the chat box. Any questions? All right. For the standalone certificate in data analytics, all 4 foundation courses are required? Excellent question. Within the new certificate, the only the database foundation course is required. I think the previous one also have the 5443, the web technology. We are removing that with the changing of the data analytics certificate structure. So only 5433. Are the courses being offered during the summer following the new syllabus? No, actually, the summer we are still using the old course number. Actually, this is the permanent schedule. You can see here. All the summer is still the old course numbers, but starting in fall, the new numbers will be in effect. Actually, I listed both to give you some idea what is the old course, what is the new course, and when they will be offered. So this is the IT permanent schedule, can be accessed from MSIT website. I believe if you go to quick links, and it is in one of the course information. So IT graduate course permanent schedule, you can find it here. Next, I do not see 6443 ethical hacking in the permanent schedule. All right, let me see. All right, that probably is my mistake. I will get it fixed. It is in my Excel worksheet, but it didn't get updated to the website. I will get it fixed tonight. All right, so if you are in the foundation course before entering any program, very good question. If you are currently in IT foundation course, once you finish the foundation course, you will be automatically moved to the MSIT program. And it is based on the semester and the date when you moved, going to decide your catalog year. Obviously, if you're doing the foundation now, you finish in summer, end of summer, you're obviously going to put into the new requirement, new catalog. However, I believe if you really like the old one, you can request to change your catalog year. But I'm not 100% sure of that. I need to double check with the register office if you really can reverse back to old catalog if you're coming in as a student in new catalog year. But please follow up with me on that. I need to double check with the registrar office. 7133. Let me check here. Will that available this summer? It should. Right now we are in summer odd. It should offer in summer. I believe the course schedule is already out. You can check out the dynamic schedule. If it is not offered, let me know. I will make sure it is offered. Do we need to submit a new study plan? Yes. If let's see, if you're changing the new catalog, obviously the requirement is slightly changed. It's the best to update your study plan. Even you are not changing your catalog year, but some electives may not be available. For example, if you plan to take the infrastructure defense in fall 2022, that course will not be offered. You obviously have to update your study plan. And also, the permanent schedule is slightly changed for a few security courses. So please pay attention to that. because we're adding new courses. We have to make some adjustment, make sure that we have a certain number of courses offered every semester. Instead of, ideally, we want to have 3 or 4 courses offered in a subject area offered every semester, instead of 2 this semester, 5 next semester, or 6 next semester. So we want to even it out. So there are some adjustments in the permanent schedule. Please check it out, adjust your study plan accordingly. All right, so next, in the data analytics and intelligence, business intelligence is required. Will the old 6713 count towards new certificate? Yes, definitely. As I mentioned in the presentation, for this one, we are getting cost number. So the register office is doing the magic. All right. So this course will automatically become the 7 new course number. I believe that is 7123. So it will be automatically counted. You shouldn't be needed to do anything. For summer, okay, for summer course registration, should I follow the old course chart or new course chart? I'm not sure. Can you speak up, elaborate on this question? I'm not sure exactly what you mean.
Hi, Professor. My question is for the summer course registration. So once I enroll for the new course, should I follow the old course flowchart or the new course flowchart?
It depends on whether you want to switch or not. You want to switch to new catalog or you want to stay in the current catalog. So okay, based on your decision, you just follow the requirement accordingly.
Okay. Yeah, and one more question I have. So I'm comparing the new course flowchart and the old course flowchart. There is no difference between the foundation course and required core courses, right? Everything remains same.
Yes, but there's one change. We are changing the content of 6823 a little bit.
Okay.
But it shouldn't have any impact on your study plan.
Okay.
All
So
right.
if I already for the current semester I'm taking 6823 this spring semester, so that should not impact anything from my side, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't. Actually, for this semester, we already are using the new material.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect.
All right. Excellent question. Any other questions? Okay, I think that we have a few hands up. I'm not sure. I cannot see it.